Hello everyone, Green Gemini here with a SimCasino tutorial for you today. Today we're going to be looking at cash management and how to read it, and really more importantly, how to figure out where all of your money is coming from and where it's going. Because when working in a casino and operating a hotel, we always want to make sure we're making a profit, right? So, I know the cash management screen or the finance hub, this can get a little bit confusing sometimes, okay? So let's kind of break it down a little bit in some easy ways to understand. So you'll have your income, you have your expenses, and then obviously whatever's left over is your net amount. Now, some of the harder things that I have found where it's not that easy to control expenses and stuff is entertainment. Entertainment's very hard to make money on. Well, at least it is for me when I've got these 3 itsy-bitsy teeny tiny little theaters over here. I imagine with some other entertainment we can probably make some better money. But anyway, your cash flow goes from midnight to midnight. So from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. Now, when looking at your game, you actually have 2 parts for your cash area. So you have what I currently have in red right now, which is my negative $1.3 million. That is our bank, basically. That is where our money is that we can use on a regular basis. That's what we use to build stuff and to buy stuff and everything else. Well, to buy, the fixtures and everything else that's in here that we're building up, all right? The other money down here, this is the amount of cash that we currently have in our cash vault. Now, the game determines, based off of everything that you have in here between your slot machines, your cashiers, your registers, your cashier cages, your tables, all of your tables that you have in here. It takes all of that into consideration. It takes into consideration the amount of visitors that you have coming in and out of your casino on how much money do you actually need to keep in here. Now, the money that's in here, that has to come directly from somewhere, and it comes direct from your bottom line, from your bank account. So your bank account will actually deposit money into your cash vault. So when you're looking at this screen here in your profit and loss statements, and I look at day 22, actually, let's look at today. Looking at today, when the armored truck came at midnight, right after midnight when it got here, I look at my vault collection. This is where money is being transferred in and out between your vault and your bank. So looking at that, bank money transferred to vault. So taken out of my red area here, okay, taken out of my cash here, and then deposited into my cash vault. So I had $45,000 get deposited into my cash vault from the bank because I needed that money, right? I needed to make sure that I had enough cash in my vault to replenish everything that's going on in my casino. Kind of stinks that I had to take out an additional $45,000, but it also works the other way around too, and I'll show you how you can start making a profit as well. And that's just kind of a bad example with what's going on with my money in my casino. However, the casino is getting busier, so therefore I needed more money. All right, so anyway, the other thing that comes up here, let's just kind of start from the top and work our way down. I'm going to go on the previous day because this is a full filled out day. So obviously we have our staff expenses. Your staff expenses are actually one of the most controllable expenses that you have in this game. This is where staff scheduling, and yes, I will go ahead and put a link to the tutorial video for staff scheduling up above, but staff scheduling is actually, like I said, the easiest way to manage how much money you're spending. Whenever you look at any type of business at all, payroll is the most controllable expense. So in order to make sure that you're not spending too much, go into your staff scheduling, look at your overhead that you've got, and make sure that you don't have people standing around not doing anything. Watch your casino, adjust it as you go along, okay? The other thing we have is infrastructure. That's very simple. Garbage services. That's where that money goes. Okay, easy expense. Now, with that expense, you can change your transport on how often it comes. Right now, I have it coming every day, so it's $100 a day. No big deal. Don't need to worry too much about that. Now, here's where we get into some of the questionable things of where is this money actually coming from and where is it going. Okay, so bank, we have our card payment charges. That's just, every business has to pay a fee whenever a card is ran, right? Any debit credit card that gets ran goes through a machine. You have to pay a little bit to the man because you're using their bank services. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit complicated. So gambling. We have all different types of things when it comes to gambling. We have table gambling. We have slot machines. We have bingo. We have something that I don't have up here. It's the Players Club. Or not the Players Club, but the betting. What is that called? Betting horses. Something like that. Sports betting. Sports book. The sports bets, which we don't have that in here, but that would show up in here too. Okay, everything that's gambling shows up under here. Now you'll see where some of this stuff doesn't have asterisks and some of it that does have asterisks. So let's kind of explain the asterisks a little bit. Okay, the way I understand it, and the way I know it to be, is that anything with an asterisk next to it, so our slot machine income, okay, our quote-unquote income, is $18,031. When you ask yourself, why is that $18,000 not showing up here? Well, here's the reason why. That $18,000 is actually all throughout the machines, okay? And the machines themselves, they don't empty out all the time. So yeah, you've got $10 sitting in this machine, and that's where that money is. That's where it's coming from. The machines only get emptied out once they hit more than 50% of what they can hold. So once this hit $25, then the vault security guard will then come out of there. They'll come over to the machine, empty it out. See, right now it's at $24 on this one. Once it hits 25 and above, they'll come over here. They'll empty this out and take it to the vault, which it just did. Now, if it's not, then that money, this $15, that just sits there. So what happens is that money then gets transferred into your vault and gets added into here. So right now we're sitting at $148,000. A little while ago we were at $145,000. So we've increased $3,000. Throughout the entire day, all of this happens with all of our machines, with all of our tables and everything else. So as that money gets collected and put into our vault, if we have an excess amount of money at midnight tonight, the game will say, okay, we actually need to withdraw this much, say $12,000 out of here, and then deposit that into your cash bank up here, okay? And then that will show up such as this day right here on this vault collection. I actually had $12,000 taken out of my cash vault and deposited into the bank, okay? So out of vault into bank. That's what this one was right here. On top of that, all of your ATMs that you have in here, so your ATMs have up to $5,000 in it. You yourself have to take money out of your vault to put it into those ATMs. But as soon as someone withdraws that money, that actually gives you income for that day. So that's what this bank money transfer to vault is. Sorry, wrong. Bank reimbursement ATM withdrawal. That's what that fee is. So they're taking the money out, and that's technically money that we have made, in a sense, because we have given it to them, and the bank is going to reimburse us for that payment. Now, these will only get reimbursed, or they will only get filled up if, well, that's a little bit of a glitch right there. Once it goes below about 50% again, but it looks like looks like the vault guy just kind of dropped the money bag right there. That's not good. That's not good at all. I hope nobody walks off with that $7,500. All right. Anyway, we'll go ahead and report that later. So that's kind of how that works there. Let's see if I can't pull another one of these up. And then obviously your armored truck service fee will come under here. So that's $200 a day. And then you can see here on this day, we've made $11,000. We got $15,000 from bank reimbursements. We had to transfer money in from the bank of $3,500 because we didn't really quite make enough money out of all of our games and slot machines and stuff like that. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to understand. The other thing that comes up, now that's for your slot machines and your table games, okay? Now, you're also going to see in here, we have bingo income in here twice. So we have a bingo income with no asterisk. We have a bingo income with an asterisk. So I asked around a little bit and I said, what is going on with this? Why is that happening when we have, people in here paying with cash? So you can see bingo income, $18. But then when you hover over the bingo card counter itself where they come and get their money, you see where it says down there, coins and notes, all right? So coins and notes, they have $126 out of $2,000. From my understanding on what I've asked in the game, and I've asked around a little bit, that is actually money that people have won in the casino that they are using to purchase something else in the casino. So, and that holds true to a couple of different areas around here. So say this guest comes in, sits down at this machine here. He says, okay, I'm going to play this for a little bit. I'm going to put money into it. And then, hey, I won some money. I'm going to take that note that I got. Okay. That note is worth, say I put $50 in. I have $15, 18, let's say 18. I have $18 left. I'm going to take that $18 note and then I'm going to come over here to the bingo hall and I'm going to use that to play bingo. Right? So it's in-house cash basically is what they are using, right? So that then goes to there. So this, again, same concept. It has to hit 50% of the total amount in order for it to get pulled by the security guard from the cash vault in order to then get deposited into the vault. So that is why when you look at all of this stuff in here, anything that has an asterisk next to it doesn't necessarily count for that day, but it was how much you made throughout the day on those particular machines. I'm going to pause there, let that sink in for a minute. Okay, moving on. So the other thing that's in here is we have uncollected prizes. None of this is just kind of factored in there. It's just things that people haven't collected on yet. They might eventually. Some people, from what I can see, there are people that, and this is just me guessing here, but there are people that this customer here, he is actually a returning customer. He's a repeat customer. He was in here for 1 hour prior. This is now his second day coming in. He's been here for 0 hours. So it's possible that, like other people, you might take that note home with you and then use it later on. So he probably didn't cash it out that day and he's going to use it at a later time. Keeps them coming back, right? That's my understanding of it. That's my thinking process with it. So you can kind of take that as you want, right? Accommodation, very easy. That's your hotel stuff. That is your hotel stays. If I go back and look at some of my hotel stays, $30,000. This day, $26,000. Day 20, I had accommodations of $39,000. So as you go through and you play the game and everything, yeah, I've got this hotel that's over here making pretty decent money, right? What I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to create a hotel over here in this area. Now, in the background, the cash will still keep flowing with the game that's over here. If we can get something that's making us a lot of money, that'll help kind of offset the money that we're kind of losing in the casino. Now, granted, this is just a basic casino, and I haven't really dived into, how we're going to be able to make this one hole profitable. I just wanted to get this built up on the streams just to kind of see, how things work. Let's go back into the cash here and everything. I went on a little tangent. All right, now bank, again, card payment fees. We already went through that. Retail stuff, same concept here. We have the drinks bar and then we have the cash register in the buffet. Drinks bar, cash register with the asterisks next to it. Same concept when it came to the gambling, when it came to the notes and the bingo hall and everything else. The bar, you can spend your in-house cash on that, or you can spend your in-house cash at the cash register for the buffet, right? So you spend, you come over here, you got $50, waste that money, you got 15 left over, I'm gonna cash that ticket out, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna spend it on the buffet and get some food, okay? Pretty simple. Business services, again, here we go with the printing station, same thing. And then our conference rooms, we charge money to. Currently, right now, I haven't seen anything to where we can change the prices on any of that stuff. At least I don't think. We have... No. No, I don't think so. Doesn't appear to be. Nope. Can't do any of that. So, moving on from that. And then stocking, obviously, anything that comes in off the truck that we need to restock in our casino. Wine, ingredients, beer, soda, blah, blah, blah. All of that kind of stuff. Everything that we have to pay to ship in, you know, to be able to keep everything restocked here in the casino. All right, everyone. So I hope that now you have a much better understanding of how cash management works in the game and where your money is going, where it's coming from. When it comes to this game, it can get a little confusing at first, but hopefully once you start to see those trends with your people that are coming in here and with your money that is in the bank, you'll start to get a good feel of how that cash flow is going to work, okay? So, questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comment section down below. I would like to hear the feedback that you guys have when it comes to this video. If there's anything more that I can do or that I can explain, please let me know in the comments. As the game progresses and updates, since it's in early access, the tutorial videos will come out as different ones as they start to add in either new things or change things and stuff like that. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.